All right, hello everyone. This is Mr. Crozier, and I'm going to go over review set 3. First, we started off with this identity to prove. All of these multiply together, make tangent. Well, I start with the left-hand side, given, and the first thing I do is do a quotient identity. Tangent is sine over cosine, and cotangent is cosine over sine, but it's in the denominator, so I start with this down there, quotient identity. And I can divide out everything that matches. I have a cosine and a cosine and a sine and a sine. They all divide out. I'm left with sine over cosine, which we know is tangent by the quotient identity. All right, on number 2, all of these are unit circle values. Unit circle, unit circle, unit circle. So I can just find them. The sine of 30 is 1/2. Tangent of 21/4 pi. Well, 21/4 is 5 1/4. So if I were to go around the unit circle, 5 pi's, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another fourth, I would be right down there. That's 5 pi and a fourth. That tangent is 1. So now I can go ahead and multiply them and add them up at the end. Cosine here, again, cosine of 75, not on the unit circle, but if I break it up, these are now unit circle values. So what can I do? Well, I can go ahead and do the math with it. Cosine of A, cosine of B, minus sine of A, sine of B. That's a formula right here for the cosine of the addition one. What does this look like? Well, to me, this looks like the same exact problem we just did right here. We just did that problem. Cosine of A plus B. It's this formula. Now notice it's cosine. It's plus here, but it's minus over there. So then I just add them. Cosine of 570. If I take off 360, I'm still at the same angle. Cosine there. Tangent of a double angle. Well, tangent of a double angle, I have to do all this. I just can't multiply by 2. I have to do all of this work right here, which calls for 2 times the tangent minus the tangent squared. Do my computation, I will get down to 24/7. On number 6, well, on number 6, I add the 1 over, divide by 2, inverse sine, and I'm looking for places where the sine of the angle is 1/2. Well, that appears twice on the unit circle. 3x over 4 is equal to this one and this one. Multiply both sides by 4/3, and now I've solved for x. Don't forget to simplify them down here. General solution. Listing solutions. We're going to start here and add on. This should say an n right there. I'm going to add on this a number of times. All right, well, I got to common denominators, then just look what I did. I just go from 3/15 to 8/15 to 13/15 to 18/15, and I'm going to eliminate this one because it's outside my interval of just pi. 18 divided by 15 is more than 1 pi. On the back, we factor it. We can write it like this, and then the factor, remember, 2 times 3 makes 6. I need to add the -5. Well, these two numbers, and that's how I split this up. It's how this number splits up. Why did I split it up? So I can factor by grouping. And then we have sine of x minus 1. Well, where is sine 1? At these angles. Where is sine 3/2? Never. On number 9, cosine of 2 theta. Well, whenever you see something different than theta there, you use this formula. Now for cosine, you have all 3 of those options right there. All of those. So I just picked the first one, and I went ahead and picked my cosine value, squared it, picked my sine value, squared it, subtracted it. Verifying an identity. I've factored out a tangent, switch this to cosine squared, switch this to sine over cosine, and then divided those out. Another identity. Well, this could be 1, and then tangent is sine over cosine, secant is cosine. So I can cross those off. Now on number 12, we have to do the same exact problem we did here. These two problems are exactly the same. However, I am only told the sine value. So since I'm only told the sine value, I went ahead and picked this one right here to use. And that goes right there. And then you go ahead and put your 0.23 in there. You could square this, times it by 2, and you would have this number. 1 minus that number is 0.8942. And again, what do you see on here? Well, I see that this appears to be just like this formula here. So cosine AB plus AB, AB, cosine, cosine, sine, sine, plus, makes minus here, and then I just subtract them. Cosine of 150, negative root 3. All right, hope this helps for your test.